And let me see, where is it? There it is. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one Chief Rock and Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. I'm here with the host, the creator, the producer, the director, Free.
What's good? What's good? What's going on, good people? What's going on? It's Free Keith coming to you live and direct. What's going on, my guy? Where we going? Where we going today? It's a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Bim, what's good, boss man?
What is goody? You all right? You healthy?
Yeah,
you
man.
Good? You straight?
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you taking some time off your vacay to do this.
I'm dinged up, man. I'm playing through it, bro. Bro, it's work. It's work. But it's a nice work, bro. It's a nice work, bro. Yeah, it's a beautiful work, bro. In case you can't see me, off to the left over here is the pool. Right out this window, right out this beautiful sliding door. So it's a patio with the grill and a dinette set. Wicker, of course, for the weather. And then beyond that is a slightly chilled swimming pool that we've been testing out. Oh,
so you inside, but you really outside. Got you.
Bro, nah, not like that.
Got you.
Yeah, something like that.
Right? You outside. You at home? You ain't at home? You outside. Let's do it.
Back this way is everything else.
Back
that way is everything else. So, and then plus got to see Adam and Greenie and Chef NYK.
Wait, tell the people where you at. Tell the people where you at.
Yeah.
Tell the people where you at.
I'm in Orlando.
Yeah.
They know what I'm in Orlando.
Home of that's our town now. That's a Knicks town. That's a Knicks town.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all heard the chants at the game. I know y'all heard it. Y'all heard how we turned that into our arena,
bro.
They were playing a home game yesterday,
bro. The only questionable thing is when they played the wobble. Oh, yo, Adam is in the chat. What's good, Adam? Yeah, they played the wobble yesterday, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. You know, you got to draw a line somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we don't got no sense when we go out.
We be cutting up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yo, the trade deadline is like 19 hours away. What are we going to do?
It is approaching. Honestly, I didn't expect, and I said this before, I didn't really expect a big move like, oh, like the trade of the century for the superstar we need.
Right.
Because again, like I feel like the element of the play-in kind of like now messes up the mid-season runs that we normally would have been able to see. Like a lot of those teams that were on the cusp, they'd have been making their decisions right now to cut bait but so now everybody's still trying to hold on for the play-in and this, that, and the other. So I didn't foresee us getting a big move, but if we don't get off of if we don't get off of Cam, I'm gonna be concerned.
So the funny thing is, I have a very low-level source that's close to the Knicks that says Cam is gone. Both sides been checked out for weeks. Cam gone.
I mean, it's evident that both sides have been checked out. But is he gone? That's the part. Like the gone part.
Right.
The gone part is like, is there something coming in that is gonna mitigate us letting him walk at the end of the season and us just having lost the first round pick for him? Like,
right.
There got to be something. I don't even care if it's a second round pick or something. There got to be something.
Well, the thing about Cam is the thing about the Cam trade is you have to look at it through blue and orange colored glasses, right? Because we gave up a heavily protected first round pick for it.
I'm not mad at it.
Right. But we also received a 2025 second round pick that's unprotected.
Oh,
so if you,
I didn't realize that. A second. It's Leon. Of course, a second round pick came with.
Yeah, of course. Right. So if you're looking at it through Knicks colored glasses, if you're looking at it through orange glasses, I guess I'll say it like that just to save time. Then in theory, we swapped lottery bus and we traded back. You traded draft picks back. In theory, that's what happened, right? But what would make it beneficial to us? What would make the trade a sweetie pie deal for us is if we're able to get one or two second round picks for Cam. So in theory, it would be
a win. It would be an asset win.
You're right. It would be a heavily protected first round pick, which would, if it didn't parlay, would be 2 second round picks. But if we get 2 seconds for Cam, we get 3 second round picks. So it's a win for us if we're able to get the 2 second round picks. Doesn't matter what year they're in, as long as we get them, right? And then two, also one of the parts of the deal that's very highly slept on is we also acquired Solomon Hill in the deal. We acquired his salary, which came off the cap the same summer that we needed money for Jalen Brunson. Right. So even if we don't get 2 seconds for Cam, the fact that we shed money in order to help us get Jalen Brunson is also a win.
I mean, I don't look at the whole thing as a loss. I look at it as like an opportunity. How can we squeeze the most out of this opportunity?
Right.
If he's not gone by in the next 19 hours. That means that he walks at the end of the season. Cool. That means we walk away even.
Right.
I feel like we can walk away in a better position than even if we can get him off for something.
Right.
Like you would pretty much like you were explaining.
And even that, right? And even that is also a win. His money just walking off the book. That is Paris Duggar is in the building. What's good? David Parker's in the building. Paris Duggar says, Cam is a power struggle between Tibbs and Wesley. Either way, I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
The background of it, I feel like fans got their theories. And based on who they don't like, that's how they theory lean towards. Whatever the background, whatever's Cam ain't playing. Whoever fault, whatever the reasoning, Cam ain't playing, cool. Get him gone. Get somebody here who you're going to play or give me an asset. I don't even care anymore. And the reason why I don't care is because if the team was in some kind of disarray like last season, and we're like chasing the play in, and we're a struggling team, I'd be a lot more upset right now. All I
Right.
want is Cam to be gone and for us to get something from and for us to be able to stop talking about it.
Right. Right. And so I've heard different. Oh, D'Angelo Russell traded. Okay, a big trade in the NBA. Let me see what this says.
It's a three-way trade, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So while we sit here, there's a trade. D'Angelo Russell from the Wolves. Okay, the Lakers are finalizing the deal to land Minnesota's D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley,
they're gonna
and
get.
Jerry Vanderbilt in a trade, including Mike Conley and picks to the
Yep.
Timberwolves and Russell
But-
Westbrook. And
But I think the Lakers only getting. I think the Lakers only getting D'Angelo Russell though.
The Lakers are finalizing the deal. Okay, including. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Let's bring in our expert.
I'm mad at that
person.
Beasley though, because like I would not have been mad at picking up Beasley.
Dre was
Yo.
good, boss. You come right in time.
Salute. What up, Free Keith?
What up?
Freezy?
What up, my guy?
I'm chilling. My bad with the background noise. I was watching the Celtics game. My bad. And I just saw that alert as well. That might be the first domino that'll get the ball rolling for bigger deals. Well, not bigger deals, but for more ancillary deals down the line. So
yeah, I would. Guys holding their breath for big deals happening now. I think like they can put that. The whole idea of the play-in, the whole idea of the play-in killed that now. Like that going forward, middle of the season is not going to be big deal time unless somebody asking out.
yeah,
Right.
basically, because you're gonna get like pennies on a dollar. Like for instance with Kyrie, where that talent at the beginning of the year or the offseason would get you 2-3 first-round picks, even if he was a malcontent.
Right.
In the middle of the season, you just get that guy discounted just because. And with him asking out, it's absurd. But looking at that deal happening, it shows that the Utah Jazz are already like trying to fire sale whoever isn't in their immediate future or their plans 2-3 years down the line. Like I wouldn't, if to be absolutely honest, they might resign Jordan Clarkson. I wouldn't be surprised if they move Jordan Clarkson as well, because he's about to be 31, and he's looking for one more large extension, and
Right.
they're already locked into that Colin Sexton, Laurie Marketing future. That's what it looks like.
The more that I realize it too, like I don't see us doing any deals with Ainge, yo.
Right.
Nah. Like I saw a report where it was like an unknown front office person of a franchise was like Danny Ainge asked for too damn much. So
I saw that one too. Yeah.
so I thought that was hilarious. Which is so it might not just be a New York tax, it just might be an Ainge thing on top of the New York tax.
He getting his deals done from somewhere. Somebody gave him 4 firsts for Gobert.
Right. Bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Freezy.
Yeah.
That really messed up the game, yo.
It was like a little like the Kyrie had like a little market adjustment course correction. The Kyrie thing might have set it back. Where remember when remember when KD was looking to get traded? Like, what do you trade for KD at that point? Like a top 5 NBA player when Gobert goes for 4 firsts, a swap, and a first rounder of that year.
Didn't he go for higher? Didn't he go for higher than Donovan?
Yeah. He went for
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is actually a trade. He went for.
I was so mad at the at the Kings for doing. I mean, at Timberwolves for doing that trade, man. Like, what kind of? You should be fired for that.
That was a Walker.
Well,
Well,
the thing about it though is what we got to take into account is, for one, who is going to Minnesota on their own.
true.
Right. Or think about it. Think about it. If he was on the open market, would he legit even consider St. Paul, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Fair.
Well,
fair.
well, it depends, because it would depend on who offered the most money. It's the same. It's like the same thing that with the Utah Jazz. He probably would not have chose the Utah Jazz, but the Utah Jazz also offered him what, $200 million or something like that.
Yeah, it becomes a
Wherever
money
had the
play.
most, wherever whoever's paying him the most is where he's gonna go, because like no one's gonna view him as the upper echelon. He's not gonna think about his off the court type thing. Where he breads his butter is on the court and making money from basketball. He's not thinking about endorsements or anything like that. Whereas someone like a Kyrie could take a lesser deal, hypothetically, and still eat off the court. Well, before his mishaps and
Right.
before his PR messed up stuff. But yeah, he's going where his bread is butter, where he's going to make the most money. Guys like that. So,
Right.
like, to say that is kind of crazy, but he also wasn't a free agent. He was also on a contract, which is the same reason, same thing we're even talking about.
Well,
He had to-
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. My main concern is how this impacts the Knicks. Let me read Paris Douglas' super chat, and then I want to say, mention something to you and Free Keith. So Paris Douglas, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Douglas says, Wesley went to Dolan about Tibbs developing assets, right? And he also says, if Wesley wins, Tibbs goes and Cam plays here next year, which is a theory that I heard. I have a Cam theory, but I want to save it for maybe Friday or Saturday or whenever we reconvene. But what I will say to y'all is this: if the Knicks are interested in making a move at the trade deadline,
I'm
what
on my
this
pod
does-
right now.
hey, is that our man from upstairs?
Nah, hold on. Let's say what's up. Yo, this is my guy.
That's right.
Yo,
what up,
this
boss?
is Knicks pod.
That's right.
We're talking about all things Knicks right
That's
now.
right.
All
It's a
things
big period
Knicks,
of
bro.
time. It's trade deadline is coming. Lots of things cooking. But I like
Man.
what we got. I like the food that's in our kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like if people want to go get groceries,
These are the fans that excite me. This is how I
I'm
fan.
not focused on getting takeout. I like what we got up in the fridge. You know what I mean? If somebody wants to come bless us up with like a free, like $100, dollar gift certificate, I ain't fine. But I ain't really down to like pay for any takeout. I
Yeah,
focus in
man.
the fridge. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You know me. I mean, we'll see. I don't even know if it's when's he coming back. Nobody's got dates. Like people talking about 3 picks. Like where's he at? You know, like everyone else. I mean, let everybody else make other trades. I think the Kyrie trade through. That's kind of push on the trade.
Just about to
Everybody's
say
focused on it.
to
So
us.
you may not see a lot of moves. People have Durant in their sights, and he's been quiet.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Cheers to that win yesterday.
we'll see.
So, sorry, that was just an interlude for a little bit of Knicks fan excitement. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. That's how it was in Orlando. Yeah, that's how it was at the crosswalk yesterday. Going to our cars. That's just it. But
So, my
Yo.
bad, Freezy. I was gonna say what up to TGK, and we talk Mavs, Glow Mavs over there too. The fam.
yeah, man.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
man.
them. I'm looking forward to seeing how Kyrie looks later tonight.
Oh my god. But hey, and shout
Yo.
out to Ron Cleveland. Ron Cleveland's in the chat. All my
We better all pray. We better
Yeah,
all
man.
pray that Kyrie keeps up his mental antics in the Mavs. Because if he gets it together, and him and Luka actually work out, the league is in trouble.
Oh.
Our draft pick is going
Well,
to
I mean
suck.
that
But
hey, look, man, that's a Western Conference issue, man. So I ain't.
No.
No.
The Kyrie deal is how it impacts us impacts our draft pick. You know
what I'm saying? Right, yeah, because we need to flip that. We need to flip that ASAP.
Yes, and so what I was gonna get to is now that three teams are off the trade market, so to speak, or at least you anticipate they are, with Utah, Minnesota, and the Lakers being out of the OG Anunoby market, basically.
Right.
It leaves us only with a couple of teams that can compete with us for OG Anunoby if we decide to go that way. And if we decide to go that way, do you guys still consider the 3 protected first-round picks for OG Anunoby now that some of the suitors have spent their casino money, so to speak?
It depends. It depends because from what I'm seeing, the Knicks are hesitant because he has a player option. And the whole thing that makes him valuable is the idea of him possibly being controllable for more than 1 year. That's why you would give up 3 picks for him. That's why.
If he had more time on his contract, I'll be all right.
And he's also saying he wants a larger role. So in which case he wants the larger role so he can opt out earlier so he can get paid $150 million or something like that, hypothetically speaking. That's just spitballing a number. So when you do something like that, like giving up the 3 years, are you comfortable giving OG 150, 160? Because that's where it's going to be projected, where it's headed in the cap in the next 2 years. And that would basically essentially lock us into this
particular
lineup.
Who are you asking if,
I'm asking you,
if they're comfortable? Or are you saying in general?
You, Freezy. I'm asking you.
Yes, I'm comfortable with it.
Okay.
I'm super comfortable. I'm so relaxed on that, bro. I could lay down and take a nap with it. That thought. I can dream about that.
Okay. If he's a player worth 150 million, like if his skill and ability commands that, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I do it?
Okay, but if you were to do that, that would lock your potential of future lineup as because probably RJ would be gone in that type of scenario, but that would lock you. If he stays, that would basically lock your core. Can you mute for a second for them sirens go off?
Sorry.
But like that would lock you into that particular lineup for the next 3, 4, 5 years until whatever random contracts.
Let me finish my thought on it though.
Okay, go ahead.
The reason why I'm comfortable with it is because I'm more comfortable signing OG Anunoby long term to that money for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is the salary cap is going to spike, and we're still going to have room under the salary cap to sign veteran players to come in to insulate that starting 5, which would be a core starting 5 for the next 3 or 4 seasons. 2, I would rather pay that money to OG Anunoby than to Quickly and Obi Toppin. And it's not that I dislike Quickly, right? I like Quickly, but giving Quickly that money is basically co-signing on redundancy, and it's saying that you're gambling that Obi Toppin will become something off the bench when we know today that OG Anunoby is something in the starting lineup right now. So who would I rather pay the money to? Obi and Quick, who have a whole bunch of question marks, and I like them, by the way.
Why are you linking them?
Mostly Obi is the question.
Why are you linking them? I'm giving Quickly his money. Obi is I feel what you're saying about Obi. I'm not linking them like that.
No, but they're restricted free agents.
In another year.
Right.
In another year.
But Freaky, the thing is, his player option comes due the same time as their rookie extension. It's not this summer, it's next year.
So we're talking about him.
Not them. It's 2024. It's not 2023. 2023 is not the question, because you'll get them and have all 3 of them together. But what happens is you have to make a choice in 2024 with OG Anunoby's player option and then their rookie extensions coming due.
Well, so I think that's I understand you're looking forward to that, like in terms of planning, but that's also a bridge, like that's a bridge you cross when you get to it. Like up until that point that you have to make that decision, how is the team performing? Who are they performing better with? How is it looking? You make them, then you go ahead and make that decision. I'd rather have all the pieces in-house to be able to make that decision and then move forward.
Right. Okay. So go get OG Anunoby then.
I'm a fan of getting OG Anunoby. I'm just not about overpaying for him.
And like while Freezy, you say the cap is going up. It might go up to the point where we can afford a $400 million man. But after that point, it's kind of tight to get consistent role players in $7, $8, $9 million range after you're already paying 4 different guys $25+ million at that point.
Right.
Progress.
So it'll be really tight to do that. So you would be essentially locking yourself into a future of OG, RJ, hypothetically.
Yep. Grimes.
Grimes is controlled with minimal money, so he's gone. Brunson and Randall, right? And if we're thinking about it,
and
Mitch might be gone, even though his money's
Mitch, why would Mitch be gone?
I'm just doing the numbers off the top of my head of how many for hypothetically. What is the salary cap right now? What is the salary cap right now?
Oh,
Mitch is probably
something. But
Mitch is probably one of the more like the
hold on.
The more undervalued contracts we have.
But sure. even with that said, Mitch ain't in jeopardy because for one, at that same time period, right? Evan Fournier is coming off the book, right? So you got Evan Fournier coming off the book. You got D Rose coming off the book. You got Isaiah Hartenstein coming off the books. So you got all these guys. You still have said money to spend, right? So if you're gonna spend,
right,
spend on a starter with high upside. Don't spend on a guy on the bench. Don't spend on promises, because if the promise is not fulfilled, then it's dead money.
The thing that I do like about OG, even if we were to go that route, OG's floor is very high. So even if he doesn't ever improve from this standpoint, he is a upper echelon starter in this league, or a high-end role player in this league. So even if, and to be absolutely honest, those actually go for $25 million every year.
Right.
Just high-end role players. So even if you
so then we've got some value contracts, because like that means Brunson is a high-end role player. That means
I think Brunson
that's what he's getting paid like.
Okay, for sure.
That means Randall getting paid like a high-end role player. That means we got a lot of value contracts. That's good. That's good.
We definitely do have a lot of value contracts. It's just the problem. The problem with how people view it is we still don't have the all NBA star. It's the sexy superstar. That's the problem with how people view it. But I don't believe that's completely an issue, in my opinion, because two of these guys, hypothetically, could net you that high-end superstar, and then you still retain a bunch of value around that superstar.
Now you talking. Now you see where I'm going, right? Because you can do it one. You can get your star one of two ways. Your third way is never going to work for the Knicks. The star's not just going to walk here, right? But at some point where you feel like you need to get that push to the next level, then maybe you can package RJ and Randall to go get a megastar, or OG and Brunson to go get a megastar, or RJ and OG for a megastar, because you have the pieces in-house locked up long-term on value contracts
and
where you can say, offer a team these two young players, because they'll both still be young, for a star and some draft picks if you choose to. But the only thing an OG Anunoby trade does is is give you more flexibility at the top level at the blackjack table, as opposed to Leon Rose and his staff playing quarter slots. That's what they do right now. They quarter slots players right now. They the dude. As soon as you walk in the casino, they the first people you see on a slot machine pumping in quarters, and they not at the blackjack table. And they do that by design. Paris Douglas, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Douglas says, you want a so-so OG to be the reason we sign Donovan Mitchell at free agent? I'm not sure.
The thing is, like you just said, say Donovan Mitchell decides, hey, I still want to go to the Knicks, but the Cavs still have his bird rights. What we can do is a sign and trade. Essentially, you know how KD got to the Warriors.
Right.
KD was like, I still want, or KD got to the Nets. KD was like, I'll still want to be a net. So, like, let's work it out. You can trade for D'Lo, pay him, and we'll make this money work. Where in that type of scenario where you combine assets that make a certain amount of money to get your superstar. So, for hypothetically speaking, in the offseason of 2024, 2025, when Donovan Mitchell is a restricted free agent, or not restricted, but he's due for a super max extension, but he also still wants to be on the Knicks. Instead of sending the Cavs a complete farewell with nothing, he does a sign and trade. He gets a super max. We send him over 2 high-end star or near all-star type players for him. That's how you would do it. Or if that's how you want your superstar or your megastar, that's how you would do it, hypothetically speaking.
Right.
So there's multiple ways to do it. And to Free Keith's point, the reason why we have all these value contracts or like descending contracts, or we're banking, Brock Aller is very, very good at this cap stuff. Like,
very good.
He's
like
some would say he's the best in the NBA.
Exactly.
Last season, I was told by fans that we were stuck with Noel and Burks and all the guys that they got rid of. Like, they said that we were stuck and we spent all the cap space on them, but like they moved them all in one shot. Like, I think that the contract situation has been done on this team so far very, very expertly. I think like if there's room that needs to be made for somebody that either like for a star that wants to sign, and I actually don't think that's very far fetched, to tell you the truth. Like I see us as a team. Like I see us as a team that Cats will want to be on. Like we making a name. Like it's respectability around this Knicks team right now, and I really think like that's not nothing to scoff at. As long as we come in with the same bread or more, I think that we can pull a free agent superstar. But that's
no, man. There. Come on, man. No, let's not go down this road. Come on, Free Keith.
Dude, high character Cats played on the team. The team is playing very well. I don't care what nobody say. They mad at coach. They mad at Tibbs. They want him fired. This, that, and the other. Tibbs got us sitting in the 7th seed right now. At 2/3 of the season being over, this is not a team that's looking like it's headed in a bad direction. This is the time those scared Cats, those scared stars, the scared. I'm not even dude.
Man, come on! Don't.
You think Donovan Mitchell? You think Donovan Mitchell is really going to be the only? I mean, I understand he's from here. He's from out here, but you think he's the only one that wants to come out here now? You really think so?
No,
now I'm talking about now.
No,
now
man.
In this period of time now,
bro. It sound like you got the Mary J. Blige playing in the background, bro. Come on, boss. Come on, dog. Big dog, come on. You got to come from over there. Come back over here with us. Stop stepping to the bad side, man. Come on.
There's many different ways to peel this to peel this orange, and it's like neither mine nor yours nor any other person in here's way is going to be the only way. It's just another option, the way to see it, and I don't think it's far fetched.
Just come on, bro. All right, name a superstar that signed here. Just name a superstar signed here in the last
I don't
few
know.
years.
I don't know.
Right, but all of
I
that's going to change
wouldn't
right
have.
now because of them.
Hey, look, this is why I respect the cat like. This is why I respect the cat like Randall.
I
He
respect
signed
Randall.
here. He signed here. Got darts thrown at him. Still getting darts thrown at him.
Yeah.
And like like the end product or the product that we're getting at the end is actually built through trying to prove us wrong.
Yeah.
And succeeding at it. Cats don't really respect what Randall is, man. And I actually think like that's the background. When I say people really was hating on him and they don't want to admit it, but like if you really look at the material of what this dude is made of, like not too many cats in the guys that we talk about trading for all the time, them cats ain't even built to do what he's doing.
I understand what you're saying. Is that Randall is only built for Cuban links. I get it. You know what I'm saying? When Paris Douglas says you can't see the correction, I meant can't sign Donovan Mitchell. No, hey, Paris Douglas, I know what you meant though. I know what you were saying. I understand what you're saying. I kind of get a flow for what you're saying in the joint. So I get what you mean. But Free Keith, listen, here's the thing. Saying that, reiterating the New York state of mind, or that Randall is only built for Cuban links. I get it. Randall has been flipped on twice since he's been here. Year one, they was like no handle Randall. He apologized. They accepted him, and then last year they flipped on him again. You know what I'm saying? And then this year he's making his way back.
What are you talking about? They've been flipping on him the whole time. He was when he was having his best season ever, the first best season ever, because it's the second one that's better than that one. But his first best season
changes from year to year.
His first best season ever. You know what the chance was? Sell high. Come on, he never caught no love here. He never caught no love here.
But the point that you were making is not about Randall. It's about us clearing cap space for a star to come here on his own. That was the point, right?
If there's a star that's come, two things. One, I believe that we are now in a state of affairs in terms of projection around the league.
Okay.
In terms of sentiment among peers and professionals, that there's something quality going on here.
Right. Okay.
Dysfunctional and Knicks aren't two words that you've heard together in quite some time. I'd say about 2.5 seasons worth of time.
But what's the saying that you said that the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence or something? So
I'm sure people still want us to be dysfunctional. It's good media. It's good clicks. It's good media.
Nah, it's more
like they do.
It's more like it's so in terms of what I'm thinking.
Even Knicks fans want us to be dysfunctional. I feel like because that's what cats are used to. We creatures of habit.
Right. No, I get it. But what I'm saying to you, boss, is in terms of what I want, I honestly don't care about anything at the trade deadline. Just one of those things where, I'm just waiting for the offseason, right? Would I be excited that they made a trade for OG Anunoby? Yes. And not because of OG Anunoby coming here to be our savior, but the fact that OG Anunoby upgrades the starting lineup, for one. The picks that you give up based on our trade history, we say names like Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, John. Yo, you don't even remember John Thomas. Dre, you remember John Thomas?
No.
Right, because he was unforgettable, right? And so what I'm saying is, just because we have the 3 first-round picks don't mean we're going to absolutely hit a home run with those first-round picks. And more so, I would include that Dallas pick, because now that they have Kyrie, that pick may not be as good as anticipated. Let me just put it that way. Right? And here's the other thing. In the asset management business, you like to take lower level assets, stack them together, and acquire an asset that is greater than the sum of those 3 put together. And that's what I think you'll be doing by going out and getting OG Anunoby, right? Taking 3 first-round picks that the Knicks probably wasn't going to use anyway, and go use them on a player that has high upside and value around the league. You know, in this moment right now, undisputably, that OG Anunoby is coveted by other NBA teams. And if you get him, you know that he still has value and that you can move him at a later date, packaged up with somebody else to go get another star player. Or he can develop into, or
we can just build out an actual team. Or we can just build out an actual team that's high quality and high value from first man to at least 9th man. And we could do it 2004 Pistons style and actually play good basketball.
The 2004 Pistons don't exist, bro. Come on. We can't keep using.
You can do
the
that.
Outlier is not the standard. I'm
always. You know, I hate this building around 1 or 2 people nonsense. You know, I hate it.
You can do that.
Always going to push.
Keith, you can do that.
I'm always going to push for the harder, but more quality.
That's fair, Keith. That's fair. You can do that, but in this iteration of the NBA, where superstar is all end all be all, and you build your whole philosophy around them.
I want us to break it.
You can attempt to, but consolidation will always have to happen at some point.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, you consolidate. You consolidate definitely to get the best products that you can get, definitely. But all I'm saying is, if you can't get the superstar, like having 3 all-stars and a team of cats that can get it done, I feel like that's still an option.
Look at Sherwin says, "Hey man, how was OG Anunoby affecting winning in Toronto? If you're talking business, please do your due diligence first." Hey, So Sherwin, I do that because I have a degree in business. I can show it to you. You want me? Can you show me yours? All right. And secondly, OG Anunoby, when he does this, he has a ring on his finger. Can Julius Randle do that? Let's say, yo, come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop with the start comments, bro. If you jumping in the conversation, just jump in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be jumping in like nose first, bro. Don't jump in nose first. Bro, I'm saying Julius Randle can, I mean, not Julius Randle, but I'm sorry, but OG Anunoby added to the starting lineup makes the starting lineup better. Come on, bro. Come on, Sherman. Are you saying that adding OG Anunoby does not make any team better? That's ridiculousness. How does adding OG Anunoby not make a team better? That's great. And like what Free Keith said, we're already a borderline playoff team right now. Adding OG Anunoby doesn't make us better. Come on, fam. I mean, if Free Keith, think about this. If we only add, say, OG Anunoby, like we do OG Anunoby for draft picks and Fournier, right? Right? If we only do it that way, right? Does OG Anunoby not make this team better by playing minutes at the small forward, some 3 and some 4?
Look, All I know is I would like OG on the team. I think
Right.
I think OG be a great addition to the starting unit. Now, Grimes could sit, or RJ could one of those. I don't know which one, whatever, come off the bench. But I feel like in the starting unit,
You know, Grimes is coming off the bench.
it wouldn't exactly be my choice, but whatever.
You send RJ to the bench? I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
What we want and
I
what
ain't
will
trying to listen.
actually
I ain't
happen
throwing.
are two
I'm not
different
throwing
things.
darts at you.
Yeah, what we want and what will happen is Grimes will go to the bench. But the starting unit, Mitch, OG. And see, this is why I'd rather have Grimes, but whatever. But like I feel like the defense that we can pull from our starting five could almost be ferocious.
It's hard to say wrong, but it's just like they're never gonna bench RJ as long as he wears the orange and blue. It's not gonna happen.
RJ, yeah, come on, boss.
Yo, I
The,
understand that he's
the
that
next
he's
time
the.
RJ hits a bench, he will have been traded,
Yeah.
I know
and
he's
his career is
everybody's
spiraling.
son, but dude, I mean, they've already been trying to trade him though. Like that's why I don't understand why cats like he was in every iteration of the Spider trade.
And
He
they paid him,
huh?
and they paid
And
him.
he wasn't. Well, I mean, they wanted to fleece the whole joint, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'd
everything
rather keep
takes
him in
takes a
house.
little finesse.
RJ is not getting benched, man. RJ ain't getting benched, bro. RJ is not getting. Bro, Tibbs benched him down the stretch, and the very next game, Dre, what was the measure? What was the metric? Like Tibbs played him for like 20 straight real NBA minutes
Like he played him 18 straight minutes to start the game.
to start the next game because he was scared to take him out.
Nah, but
Yo,
he played better. He played better that game.
Come on, bro. I mean, yo, come on, man. So
He also
Paris Level
played
says
better.
OG had nothing to do with that ring. Um, OG is something about Charles Smith. Okay, all right, okay, whatever. All right.
Charles Smith?
Yeah, that's I don't.
I'll put it plainly.
I can't take you seriously.
I'll put it plainly. What I think
can't
about
take you
OG,
seriously.
I think OG has a higher floor than RJ by far, a higher floor. What RJ might be at 25 will probably be completely different than what OG is at 25 right now.
Right.
To be absolutely honest, if we're just talking about ceiling for ceiling capability, I've never seen OG drop 46 on a good defensive team. Have you?
No.
I've never
No,
seen
but
OG close out a game by himself. Well, essentially orchestrating an offense. Have you?
No.
There's levels. OG's consistency and what he is a very high floor player, and you
yeah,
need guys like that on your team. You need to pay guys like that $100 million because you know exactly what you're going to get out of them on a night-to-night basis. High level defense, consistent three-point shooting.
Okay.
And when I say high level defense, borderline top 5 perimeter defender in the league, and those guys get paid. So like I'm not about to dismiss what OG is. I'm saying I don't know why people think high floor is an insult. It is not an insult. It is a compliment that says
it's absolutely a compliment.
Oh, I don't think that you're wrong. I don't even think that you're wrong.
I think you're wrong though.
But I think that the outlook on RJ. I think the outlook on RJ has to be tempered a little bit.
Nah, I'm saying he might be right with that too. What I'm saying is yeah, Sherwin. Okay, I got you, bro. What I'm saying is you criticizing me. Just talk Knicks, bro. I don't care nothing about no limousines and all that stuff, bro. You're not the only one that know business. You didn't create business. Talk Knicks, bro. Come on, respect. right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yo.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm saying to Dre though. Dre, I think personally, and I may be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. I may be wrong right now. What I'm saying is, I think OG Anunoby is going to be Jimmy Butler.
I don't see it.
Mm,
I'm gonna hard disagree.
Yeah, I know it. I
yeah.
know it. I know it. I know it. So what I'm saying is
Jimmy
what
was
I'm
a
saying
late
is
bloomer too, though.
right. And so but here's the thing. Here's the reason why.
Jimmy became Jimmy
Guys
late.
like Jimmy Butler, don't develop at the same pace as all offense players. All offense players develop at a certain level faster in people's eyes because you can see the ball going in the basket. The one measurable outside of winning and losing is points. And if you score a lot of them, even though the rest of your game is flawed, people think you're good, right? So what I'm saying is with the OG Anunoby thing, OG Anunoby may not be a scoring machine yet because he was not allowed to be that. What I'm saying is, ultimately, Jimmy Butler developed out of
Yeah.
that on that same path, that same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because there were years when Jimmy Butler played behind, say, D Rose and Tony Snell and Rajon Rondo and Dwayne Wade and other offensive players, and then he stepped out of their shadow to become the guy, right? But we don't know that with OG Anunoby yet because he hadn't been able to step out of that shadow yet. I'm saying if you give OG Anunoby some time, there is a possibility he can develop on that road, that age 25, 26, those 25, 26, 27 year seasons. But we don't know for sure because OG Anunoby he hadn't stepped into that pre-prime yet. We don't know it yet. Like you don't know what OG can and can't do when he's the guy because he hadn't been the guy yet. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, for someone to be that guy, the Raptors have been missing the guy that can operate at three different levels and play make. They want that guy. They've been coveting that guy since Kawhi left.
Right.
And in my eyes, they've given OG every opportunity to step into the fill that role while Pascal becomes the secondary star all NBA type guy. But OG hasn't stepped into that role, so they've defaulted on relying on OG. Relying on Siakam to be the do it all hub wing, which is not his skill set by nature. He's just a high energy, like almost like a miniature version of Giannis, the way they use him. So
Okay.
you like they have Van Vliet, but if they trusted OG enough to be that offensive hub type guy, maybe he develops that in his age 26, 27, 28 year. But I haven't seen it that this like I haven't seen it in his age 25 year to say, oh, give OG the ball in the mid post and he'll get you a bucket. The
Right.
fluidity in Jimmy Butler's game, he had that when he was 25. He showed flashes of it. He was never consistent at it.
But Jimmy Butler,
I've never seen OG do that.
started. See, where the thing is, where you're missing where I'm going with it is Jimmy Butler's starting place because these dudes are both what 6'2". I mean, I'm sorry, 6'7", 230-pound fluid
OG's bigger.
athletes, decent athletes. Jimmy Butler's not the best athlete, right? OG Anunoby is a better athlete, right? But they do similar things, right? OG Anunoby started out doing things as soon as he hit the NBA, where Jimmy Butler had to figure it out. But they're in that same track of dudes that can guard the 2, 3, and 4, dudes that can pass when allowed to, like play make a little bit. Jimmy Butler is probably a better playmaker because he's a poorer shooter, but OG Anunoby can still impact an offense. The difference is the difference between him and OG Anunoby is that OG Anunoby hasn't played consistently. Consistently with high-level point guard play. Now I know people are going to say Kyle Lowry, but him and Kyle Lowry have
Van
not played a
Vliet.
lot of games together.
Van Vliet was an all-star last year.
Yeah, Van Vliet's not a good point guard though, bro. I still think he's a combo guard, shooting guard. And Harry, thank you for the generous contribution. He says OG becomes Grimes here. Good, but no star. Okay, all right.
But the thing is, the thing that makes Jimmy Butler is because he can play make. Is because he's shown that.
Right.
Time in and time
Jimmy
out.
was actually my player comp, like directionally for RJ.
Right.
Well, I mean, we don't know where RJ is going to go. If he ever pans out in that direction, it would require him to have the ball in his hands a lot more. Because, not to echo the guy that's disappeared, EG 14,000, but the thing that separates role players from superstars and higher levels is the adding of the playmaking, the ability to make your teammates better. And I've never, ever seen OG create for someone else. He's the finisher. He finishes plays. But would you trust OG Anunoby to run a pick and roll and then be the right decision maker and in a high level
You're
situation?
killing me, boss.
He may get to that point, but I don't see it in his development.
That's where you kill me at, bro.
I don't see
because the pick and roll is not the only offense that teams run in the NBA. Come on, man.
Also, that's not what you need him for right now, anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Because so it's kind of like I need his elite defense, his elite wing defense, and that 3-ball.
Okay.
But the thing that takes you from just being a solid team in the 4th and 5th seed is to have multiple guys that can create. It's the sole reason why the Mavericks traded for Kyrie.
Right.
And I hate to get on the RJ bandwagon, but I actually think that RJ is a decent playmaker, and I wish he would lean more on his passing when his shot's not falling.
Hey, Drake, and also the thing with OG Anunoby is this: when you talk about his passing, can you name an elite shooter that Toronto has ever had, or 2 or 3 at one time?
2 or 3 at one
OG
time.
Anunoby?
Around OG,
we can't. Yeah, we
can't. I would say, well, Gary Trent Jr. has been there. He's well above average. So is Fred VanVleet. His jumper is above average. He's just not shooting well right now.
I understand how you got like Johnny Cochran on my question just now, but I did say elite though. I did say Freaky. Did you hear me say elite? Not
okay, but good. How many elite shooters do we have, Freezy?
None.
Then how is it going to change if OG?
No, but that Johnny Cochran.
Technically, Fournier is an elite shooter.
But he ain't gonna play.
But Dre, what you did was you compared his past, and then when I talked about his past, you started talking about the future. It's just allow me to stay with you on the conversation. Like where are we?
Go ahead.
Are we talking about what he did in Toronto or what he'll do as a Knick?
Well, okay, it'll be completely dependent on if Tibbs is here or not, hypothetically speaking. Okay. Because if Tibbs is here, OG gonna be in that corner.
No, again, come on, boss, come on. The corner thing is a red herring. It's a MacGuffin, right? The corner thing is a MacGuffin for Knicks fans. Like if we can't find something to criticize Tibbs about, we make up something.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you have the provided players for that type of system or that style.
No. I'm talking about the corner, the corner thing, right?
The corner bitch.
The corner thing. For one, the corner is not a punishment, right? It's not a punishment. Secondly, I've been watching games just as long as everybody else, and I understand that the offense starts off with, and I say this often, it starts off with the read and react, goes into a high ball screen pick and roll. If nothing is there, it goes into an ISO where guys spread out and 2 dudes on the wing and 2 dudes in the corners. The offense does not start out with guys running straight to the corner. And we all know this. We all watch the same game. We use it and we use that as a red herring, though.
I was gonna say, Freezy, it's funny though. RJ is the highest point scorer from the right corner, and OG is the highest point scorer from the left corner. which is why I'm saying necessarily it's not necessarily a bad thing if they're in the corner, but we know we run that weave in order to get into the read and react.
Yeah, the
and
read
then
and
it
react.
Evolves, and then it devolves from the guys that are on the wings. They try to space out, and they end up like slowly going towards the corners. It may not initially start out that way, but eventually they end up in the corners. And hypothetically speaking, if we were to do that in a lineup where RJ and OG are in it, we have 2 of the better corner 3-point shooters, at least in terms of the numbers of shots going in.
Okay. Hey, Free Keith, I got you, boss. I got you. Y'all, we got a wrap right here, man, so we can get out of here and do a little something. I'm gonna try to reset right after this and jump back up because I gotta, while you was doing it, I was researching OG Anunoby. So, but anyway, so we gonna piece up. Let me do this really quick though. Paris Douglas says OG becomes Grimes here, good but not a star. I don't see that, Paris. I don't see that because that's just saying that Grimes is good as OG Anunoby right now, and nobody believes that.
And we're not going to have 5 stars.
Are you willing to trade
5 stars in the starting lineup?
No, nobody's trading a star package for Grimes. Not even the Knicks. The Knicks didn't even include him in the Donovan Mitchell thing. So, but yeah, y'all, we gonna wrap right here, man. We'll be right. Dre. Give me like 10 minutes, and we'll be back.
I got you.
All right, boss.